In 1975, the Whistler Resort Municipality was formed. It was the first resort municipality in Canada. The provincial government got involved financially and construction of the new village began. At the same time, Whistler installed new lifts on the north side of the mountain to access the new town center. In 1980, Blackcomb Mountain opened, and the village was beginning to take shape. Now skiers had two awesome mountains to choose from, as well as a central village with all the amenities. Whistler Resort Municipality was poised to take the giant leap from ski hill to world-class four-season destination resort. In the 80s and 90s, Whistler was hosting a men's World Cup downhill event every 2 years. The downhill course on the mountain is one of the fastest in the world. Racers fly down Whistler at over 100 kilometers an hour. The event was scheduled in December, a stormy time of the year in these mountains. After a couple of races were canceled because of poor weather, Whistler was dropped from the schedule. But the mountain had shown the world that it was world-class and ready for the Olympics. In the early 80s, Whistler and Blackcomb were owned by different companies and were competing for skiers' dollars. Whistler installed the Peak Chair, opening up spectacular terrain that was previously only accessible by hiking. Blackcomb installed a T-bar to their peak, boasting a few more meters of elevation and the title of Mile High Mountain. The big winners in this display of ski hill one-upmanship were the skiers. From these coastal mountaintops, skiers are treated to a spectacular sight. At their feet is some of the best terrain for skiing on the planet. In the late 80s, a revolution that was brewing just below the surface of the snow was about to explode onto the slopes. Snowboarding has been a boom to the ski industry. Just when it was looking like growth in the sport had leveled off, suddenly skateboarders were buying snowboards and flocking to the hills. People also discovered that boarding was much easier to learn, and so folks who were never interested in skiing were trying it and liking it. These new alpine zealots flocked to Whistler and Blackcomb. Today, the area is consistently ranked as the top ski resort in North America. With over 2 million skier visits per year, it's way ahead of the competition. There are high-speed quad chairlifts everywhere. A high-speed gondola transports skiers and boarders from the village to Whistler's tree line in 20 minutes, a journey that used to take 45. When people talk about Whistler now, it's often about the high prices of real estate or how expensive a ski weekend is. Things have changed since the $4 lift tickets, the bad hamburgers in the roundhouse, and the frigid ride up the red chair from mid-station. But what hasn't changed is the mountain. The main reason for the phenomenal success of the area is that Whistler is and always has been a great ski hill. That's why skiers and boarders make the pilgrimage and pay the price. Not because it's trendy, and it is trendy, but because it's an awesome mountain. In 1911, when Alex and Myrtle Phillips made the 3-day trek to Alta Lake from Vancouver, there was nothing but a solitary trapper living in his shack surrounded by wilderness. Alex and Myrtle wouldn't recognize the valley now. $1-million chalets and 5-star hotels and restaurants. There's over 7,000 full-time residents, and the valley is a busy place 12 months of the year. And the $700 they paid for 10 acres? Well, that wouldn't even cover the cost of a ski weekend for the couple. Rainbow Lodge burnt down in 1977, but Whistler's tourism pioneers would be happy to know that the property on the shores of Alta Lake has been preserved by the community as a park. In July of 2003, the International Olympic Committee announced that Vancouver Whistler would host the 2010 Winter Olympics. Unfortunately, Wilhelmsen didn't live to see his mountain fulfill its Olympic destiny. In 1962, not many people believed in his Olympic dream. He believed in it. It just took a little longer than he planned.